Today is a perfect day for one of those plant chats. I got some things that I need to take care of in the plant room. I got to organize. We got to organize this area right here. I'm changing some things around. And you're coming along with me, especially because today we are also checking in on those Hoyas in the rehab box to see how they're doing. All right, so first things first, from all my repotting, I've not repotted anything. From all my unpotting Hoyas, I have all these things here. So I kind of want to get it cleared up. And this was along the wall over here. I took it out because I'm going to change things around. I need to optimize the space. And let me tell you guys, it is bare. My plant room right here on the west window is where all my Hoyas used to be. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. I hate it. I want more plants. I want my plants back, but I know I'll get them in time. I'm gonna show you, I have roots on my Hoya Bella. I see roots growing in soil. So exciting. Yesterday I spotted some roots and I was just so happy. I also have Lobo here with me. He's of course in the middle of the floor. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm going to kind of not bump into him. Especially because, I'm sorry I hit you already, honey. I'm sorry. You good boy. Yes, I know, honey. Yes, my honey. I already hit him with the tripod on accident, and he's fine. He's fine. Yep. He's literally in the middle of the floor. Pretend you're here sitting in this chair. You're sitting in this chair right here. Right here with me, right? And then you have, I made you a cup of tea. I made you, what tea did I make you? Chamomile. It is a calming day. It's not calm outside because it rained this morning and now we have winds. You know what that means, because if that happens, it means the cold is coming back. And we're still in winter, so it's going to get cold again here, and I'm enjoying the sunshine while we have it. But pretend you're sitting in this chair and you have a cup of chamomile tea, and I made a sourdough tea cake for you because that's what I made yesterday. Can I just tell you that you guys make me cry in a good way? The comments that's been coming in, I need to move this. Let's move this up here. You guys have made me cry today. I post my video that my part 2 of the Hoya rehab went out today, and the comments are coming in. And oh my gosh, one of you said that you would come help me if we lived closer. It touched my heart for someone to say that. I'm a little sap sometimes, and today is definitely the day for me to be sappy. So, yeah, the comments that's coming in are very touching, and thank you for just coming along with me in this journey of real life plant care, because I wish I didn't have to make these kind of videos, but it's just easier to make these videos because I have to do it. So I figured, why not bring you along with me instead of making other videos. I have so many video ideas that I want to do with you guys. For one thing, there's a begonia propagation video that it is on the docket for this month, and I'm really hoping I get to do it. I'm probably going to start the video and then maybe air it in March because I want to see some progress and show you guys that. But there's all these other videos I want to do, and unfortunately in this place that I'm in right now, I can't really do that because I have all this rehab to do. So today we're just tidying up and we're chatting. Okay, so I need to wash all these. This is my distilled water I use for my carnivorous plants. But I need to take wash. I need to wash these today. So I'm gonna probably give this a wash tonight, because around 8 o'clock at night, I either do something plant care related or something YouTube related. So, oh gosh, I kind of usually reply to my comments around 8 o'clock at night. I kind of have like time frame for everything, or if I don't do that, I'm kind of scattered. I have to be on a schedule and routine, because me scattered is not good. Or maybe I can do it earlier in the evening. But I have to wash. I'm gonna wash all these, because these were the pots all my Hoyas were in. And we're washing. Ooh, that's heavy. This one doesn't need wash. This is the self-watering pots that I bought that I'm going to be transferring a lot of my Hoyas into. Okay, so I'm transferring my Hoyas into self-watering pots. They're all gonna go, once they get roots and stuff, they're going into a self-watering pot, because I need to do it this way. I'm afraid if I don't have a self-watering pot, it's just going to be just bad. I'm going to be doing a video on how to spot rot in your Hoyas probably next month. That's going to be a scripted video, because I like to have clear points so I won't ramble in the video. So I'm going to be putting that together for March. All right, this is dirty. I watered the IKEA cabinet yesterday, and that was really good. The Hoyas in there are fine. I think so. I will be unpotting them and checking the roots. The Hoyas in the IKEA cabinet look so much better, and one is actually gonna bloom. And I had one bloom last month as well, which is so weird. I have all these leaves. I put some leaves in a book so I can get it pressed. I need to put these away. All right, so my vision for here is I'm gonna move this out and put this in here, and then I'll be able to have a heat mat underneath here, because it's really wide enough. So the heat mat will have a little airflow. And yes, and then this other stand that I have here. And then this stand that I have here will go in my other bedroom. So we're gonna, okay, I thought that was a bug. Good Lord. Okay, so this is my Hoya globulosa. I still haven't seen roots on the pot since I've repotted it. I'm concerned, because I don't want rot in this one. This one's, I mean, I see new growth. There's new growth here. You know what? Okay, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to give it a, I'm going to do my watering routine. Today is Wednesday, Friday. And it is not in a self-watering pot. I don't think this one needs a self-watering pot, but I don't know. What do you think? If these new growth points that I have here, there's one over here and one over here, if they fall off, then I know. That's going to be kind of my indicator, and then I'll check it, because I don't want to disturb it. There's like new growth happening at the top too, and look at the new leaves. So, that's why I'm just like, I think this plant is fine. I don't know. I don't know anymore. This is this is my philodendron red emerald. I think that's what, yes. Red emerald that has spider mites, and it is revived and doing so good. Wow, look at those leaves. I love this classic boring plant. This is the one plant that somebody said on my channel that I have boring plants when I showed this one. I don't think this plant is boring. I actually like it. I mean, look at those leaves, how shiny it is. It's the easiest plant I've ever had. This is the cutting leaf that I started off with. I still have it. This is the one leaf I got that started this whole plant, and I still have that first leaf. It's not gone away yet, which is so shocking to me. Let's check on this. I have a kind of a fluval stratum terrarium thing where I'm trying to just put cuttings in there. So yeah, there's some roots happening. So we'll be doing this another day. Okay, there's one of my Hoyas, the Hoya Crinkle 8 that you saw in my last video. I actually put it in a self-watering pot. When I examined the roots further, when I finished the video, I felt like I could put this in a self-watering pot and see what happens. So this is not the first Hoya in a self-watering pot. I have my Hoya Penderata in a self-watering pot and in pond, and that's doing really well. This one is in soil and in a self-watering pot. So this is the first one that got transferred. So yes, I'm very excited. Hoping, let's see if this works for me. Let's see. I like it. There's already grow lights installed in there, so I get a little bit more room to repot my plants too, which I need that right now. So I have a little area here so I can put a heat mat that's a little wider, arrange some plants there so I can get that, at least have that finished. Okay, so I have moved some of my Hoyas into a water container. To get a water container on some of these big ones, it's very, very difficult. So I'm hoping, trying and checking to see if I get any roots from this area here at the bottom. If I don't get any, I'll have to chop. But at least it's in water and I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. We're going to keep an eye on it right over here. Looks nice, actually. We have the Globulosa and the Crinkle 8. I'll put it here as well. Everything just still looks so bare over here. I miss my Hoyas, but I will get them back. You guys have been so great in the comments with me during this rehab process of my Hoyas. Thank you so much. It's very encouraging because, okay, so one of the things, okay, how do you measure success in the plant hobby? I bet you it's probably the same for all of you guys, but success for me in this hobby is bigger plants. Knowing that I have to chop my big Hoyas that's big for me makes me very sad and makes me feel like a bit of a failure in this growing space. The bigger your plan, the more credibility you have in this hobby. Is that true? Because if someone doesn't have had a big plant and then they had to cut it back like I am, there is success in that too, because you troubleshooted a problem, you learn from it, and then you know how to solve the problem if it ever happens again. So that's also success. I mean, success means so many things to so many people. So how do you define it in this hobby? I've been hearing a lot of you guys talk about self-watering pots with Hoyas. That is one of the weirdest things to me because I mean, I'm moving to self-watering pots, but in the past, it was very weird to me to do that with Hoyas because I feel self-watering pots are so great for begonias because they're so thirsty. And I just didn't think self-watering pots would work for Hoyas until I moved my Hoya Penderata. I'm going to get it for you. I'm going to get it. Hold on. Until I moved my Hoya Penderata in a self-watering pot. I mean, shocking. The plant was in the IKEA cabinet and it was not looking great at all. It did bloom in 3 different places, but the leaves were not plump. And I think like that's one of the things one of the indication that something is wrong with your Hoyas is that the leaves are no longer plump. It's wrinkling, even when I water it. So when I checked the Hoya pendurata, this one, in the setup that I had, it had a little dry rot, but there was some still healthy roots. And I think in the cabinet, it was just drying out too quickly. So I moved it to pond in a self-watering setup. Let me tell you, the minute I moved it there, within days, the plant leaf hydrated. And then I started getting all this growth. This branch showed up, and then all this new growth kind of took off for me. And I'm so shocked by this. And that's when I was like thinking, I think I might have to look into the self-watering pot for Hoyas. I just never thought of that. Honestly, never thought of that. So this one is in semi-hydro. So we'll see how the Hoya Crinkle 8 does now that I have it in soil in a self-watering pot. It is in a soil mix because I have Fox Farm soil in there. I think what I'll eventually do is move it to a soil-less mix. Cocoa chips, and perlite, and maybe some pumice. I think that would be suitable for me in a self-watering pot. There is so much peduncles on this plant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 peduncles. I love this. And now that it's warming up a little bit, I'm gonna probably see some blooms on it. Still so shocked about Hoyas in self-watering pots. Yeah, you guys are talking a lot about it. Put this back now. I don't want to handle it too much. All right, I think now is the perfect time to take a little break and join my meeting, and then we'll finish up this chat and then check on the Hoyas in the prop box. So see you in a little bit. Okay, it is the next day here. I got a little busy yesterday, could not check back in. But I figured before we go check on the Hoyas, we'd do a little check-in here and share what I've been finding out regarding dry rot in my Hoyas. I will do an official video on this, and as I continue to rehab more of them, I'll find out more things. But what I found with a few of them, what I've already kind of started the rehabbing process and chopped off all the roots and put them in moss, or some are actually in water. I'll show you those in a little bit. So what I've been finding out of one of the reasons why this rot happened. One, it was my watering habits that contributed to the dry rot. I think there must have been some time during the holidays where I completely stopped watering and the heat is on. So when I started growing plants and looking for content on how to take care of plants in winter, you hear a lot of people say that during winter, the plant use less water. Well, I actually think that's not right for my setup. It is still true, the plant is not using water because the sun is not out as much, but we have our heat on. The heat has been on since September. And in January, the heat basically did not stop. Maybe the heat in January stopped for maybe 10 minutes and then it would kick back on again because it was really cold here. We were in the negative numbers for at least a week out of January, and then single digits for a while after that. I think because of that, the heat in the room definitely helped dry out my plants more. I was wondering what was going on because I watered on Friday, and then by Monday, I'm like, what the heck is going on? My plants are dry. I think this is my 5th winter with plants. And you think after the 5th winter, I would get it right. But I swear, every winter is different. Every season is different. Nothing stays the same. Like what you expect is going to happen one season is going to change the year after. So I think as a result of the heat constantly being on or turning on, helped dry my plants out, because it wasn't just the Hoyas that was drying out. It was the plants in my IKEA shelves right here. Those were drying out really fast too. My ficus to Nikki was drying out. I was like, what the heck? What's happening here? So surprisingly, I caught that dry out in time and watered it. I did lose 2 leaves at the bottom. Usually if I don't water my ficus or on time, I will get spider mites. So I don't know how. I have not had spider mites on that plant. And the last one I had was a big spider mite magnet. So that's like another different too with how plants are different. Every plant is so different in every environment, and I mean, not one plant is the same. A result of the heat being on dried out my Hoyas. Third reason why I think this happened to my plants, and I think it was one of the major reasons, is that when I water, most of the time I water in place. I don't really flush my plants often enough. So I water in place and then I let the water wick up after a while. So, you know, what I should do is water in place and in a few hours come back and empty out the reservoir or the saucer with extra water. Yes, my plan is to check that saucer in a couple hours, but sometimes that happens to be 2 days later. And I think that's one of the reasons. So, you know, this is like my cycle. I water the plants in place, let it wick up. Oh my gosh, I forgot about it. 2 days later, I come back. And of course, the plant is still wet. So then I don't water again for like 2 weeks. So this is my bad habits. And this is so many things about this habit that I need to change. So those are the things that I think contributed to the rot in my Hoyas. So 2 of my Hoyas that I've rehabbed so far had like root rot from being too wet, and everything else was snapping. It's like the root would snap. There was no flesh in there at all. It was all dried up. Okay, so now let's do a quick check-in with some of my Hoyas that I haven't rehabbed yet, and I'll show you what's going on with them. And we'll look at the propagation box and moss, and then I'll show you the ones in water. Okay, so here are some Hoyas that I have here where my desk is that I was filming just now. Okay, so this is the Hoya Rosita, and I actually have new growth all the way here, but this plant actually fell down and it unpotted itself. It's kind of dry. There's not really a lot of new roots. I don't know. I don't even tell. There's so much algae. And yeah, look at those roots. It needs a repot. And there's probably dried roots. What I'll probably do with this one is put it in water and see if I can get new growth. This is my Hoya. No! Don't you fall on me. Dang it, this is so heavy. Okay, I'm gonna have to pick it up. Okay, this Hoya is dry as heck, as you can see. And it looks good. There's actually new growth happening right there and over here. Oh my gosh, so weird, right? I'll give this a water in a little bit, but I definitely think it needs a repot and water and a root check, but it looks really good. Definitely it's kind of top heavy, so it needs to be in a, it actually needs to go in a heavier pot like this one. Okay, now it's not gonna fall over, but it cannot, it actually cannot go on that shelf anymore, so I'll have to find another place for it. So I'm gonna just put it here for right now. I'm gonna take a look at it. So yeah, there's a lot of nice new growth happening, but let's look at the Let's look at the pot. It's so dry. Yeah, very dry. It needs a refresh, and it will get one. But this is the Hoya Bretonnier and this Hoya DS70, I think. I potted them together. Since they look very similar, why not pot them together? I actually really love this plant and I cannot wait to get blooms from it. So this one is the Hoya Carmelie, and this one is giving me so much new growth. And I'm trying to see it's dry. It's dry. And there is some roots. I can see some roots here that look decent. And there is new growth happening. I actually really love this plant. And you know what? It is a winter Hoya, and I didn't know. I did some checking on this one because I was noticing all this new growth happening in winter. And yeah, it seems to be a winter Hoya. And if I knew that, I would have tried to bloom it. Okay, so some more Hoyas so this one, it's a cutting and there's actually new growth happening. And look, there's roots coming out at the bottom, and I have watered this. This is the Hoya Archboliana, and this one is one I have been looking forward to getting. Hopefully I can get this to grow more during summer and hopefully get blooms from it soon. Okay, this one is the Hoya Fungii. It is large for me. I know a lot of you guys have much more larger Hoyas, but this one, I have new growth. Let me just move my fairy lights away from the plant. This one, look at the roots. It is dry as heck, but I'm still gonna water it. I actually see some root hairs on that, and that's kind of a nice thing to see. I will be giving it, today's Friday for me, so I'll be giving these a water in a little bit. Maybe I'll bring you along for the end of that video where I water some of my plants. Okay, so this one definitely needs a check. It is the Hoya Propagation Splash. Let's take a look. Yeah, I need to check this one. We'll give that a water as well and see if anything happens. Okay, so Hoya Bella. I actually, when my plants started declining, here, let me move this. That's another Hoya as well. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh, Hoya Thomsonii. It's gonna bloom. That is exciting. Hello, little Hoya. Oh, I love it. So fuzzy. Okay, focus. All right, so this is the Hoya Bella. When my Hoya Bella started declining, I took cuttings and I saved it. So I did take some insurance, and these, they look so nice and lush. I love how it looks. It got a water yesterday, and unfortunately, it's it looks like it's stringy. It looks like there's some wet rot in there too. So I'll have to check on that before it gets any further. But I see all these new growth. I love it. Okay, so Hoya linearis, not doing the best because like these leaves have not plumped up at all. Look how wrinkly that is. And this one has plumped up quite a bit. So what we'll probably do in another video, I'm going to take all the ones that are plumped. Oh, look, there's roots on that one. Oh, awesome. Yeah, we're going to be doing this. All the ones with plumped leaves like these will go into a self-watering pot. So there's a few like this. All these are nice and plumped, and these actually are not. This one's plumped as well. So I'm actually really happy to see that. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy to see that. Okay, one more Hoya and then we'll go to the crop box. So this is the Hoya Bella. Remember this one? Okay, so the Hoya Bella, look, I have all these beautiful roots. I am so excited. I'm gonna give you a water today. Look at those roots. Look at those roots. Love it. Yeah. Oh, there's more. You see that root right there? Nice. It is so beautiful. Ah, yeah, my heart is happy again. My heart is definitely happy again that I get this plant going again. This is one of my favorite Hoyas. Before I go, there's these two here as doing really well. And this one definitely needs a water. And actually, this is the Hoya insularis. And this Hoya actually likes to dry out a little bit more than I'm used to. Okay, Hoya pendurata. Look at this. I love it. I actually go in and clean this ever so often. I'll probably be doing that today. But yeah, Hoya pendurata is doing so well. I am just shocked. I'm shocked. I just never grew Hoyas in pond before. This is my first time, and it just goes to show that it's a better setup for me. Okay, Hoya propagation box. I have watered it a few days ago. I have not really looked in here, really looked at everything in here, but I did put one of these in here. This is a Coniana cutting that I had. Let's feel the moss. The moss is not, it's definitely not so dry. It's not dry. It's cold. Hoya sunrise. Let's see. Oh, okay. Hoya sunrise. Hoya sunrise looking good. I don't want to handle it too much because there's aerial roots already. There's aerial roots already kind of growing. So I actually want to snip those and put it in maybe something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to have to, we should totally snip that right there. Look at that. Do you see that? Okay. Let's look at the Hoya Mathilde. Okay, Hoya Mathilde. It's just so dry in here still. It's not, I don't know. Maybe I need to put more moss in here. All right, this one actually looks really good. It looks really good. The roots are plumped up again. Yeah, I'm gonna probably get to work on this next week. There's so much. There's so much. Hawaiiana UT 152. I kind of didn't really snip off the stem completely. I don't know if I could. I don't have my scissors here, but the root is not actually that, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. I don't know, some of the aerial roots are already growing in, which is really good to see because I could use that. Oh, there's some Hoyas that oh wow, this one's already growing roots. This Hoya, this is the Hoya Kamingiana albo. I did this off camera, and there's some roots that actually already started to grow in. Huh, how is that even possible? There's a root right here. Okay, I think I'm good for now. I'm just gonna leave it in here for another few days. And next week we'll check back on it again. There's a lot of condensation. It's holding some humidity, that's good. Some Hoyas that I did move to water. There's some here. I'll show you those, and then there's some in the other room. Let's take a look at it. So this is the Hoya latifolia and Hoya Crimson Queen. Okay, so it is in water. Somebody said that I need to put everything in water. I would need a bucket. I would need to get like a giant bucket or something, like multiple buckets, because I can't, how would I put that in water? it's just so much plant. So what I'm planning to do with this one, because I don't think I'm gonna just cut the plant and then probably try to propagate. I don't know if I want to do propagation in water or propagation straight into soil. I'm not sure. Maybe I can do an experiment. It kind of makes for some content because I get to like start some things over. So, you know, starting over is not that bad, actually. I hate change. I hate starting over. All right, let's go check on that last plant. Oh, before we go, this is, okay, Hoya obovata. It is looking good. And I watered it. And yeah, the roots do look good. I don't have it sitting in water. It looks like there's some hydration. It doesn't look like it is dry. You know what I'm going to do with this one? I think I'm going to purchase, there's some wicking system that you can stick up a pot that you already have in soil, and then you can turn it into a self-watering pot. I think I might invest in that, and I don't think it's expensive at all. So that's what I'm going to try to do with some of these. Some of these are already in this setup to make it better for me to just turn it into a self-watering pot. For one thing, I have the pot for it because there's a water reservoir that I can turn into like it can be a wicking system. So that is what I might do. All right, now we're gonna go check on the Hoyas, the other Hoya in water. So this is the one in water as well. So this is the Hoya Crassa petiolata and the Hoya filsonii. So I might have to give it like more water. I don't really see any roots, of course. This is too early for that. This is where I chopped off a lot of the leaves, and I'm hoping I get some roots in that area. I know I'm not going to get any roots here. There's probably no roots that's going to come from here, but it's going to come from up here. See how wrinkled that is? Oh, this plant brought me so much joy. And it will again. I might just have to chop it, and then I can just water propagate the others. That's what I'll have to do. So those are some of my Hoya dramas that's going on right now and continuing, and some good stuff that's happening to some of my Hoyas. I do want to water. So I am going to water in place, but I'm going to set an alarm. There's some that I've already watered because this Hoya Australis Lisa, I watered already. And I definitely don't need to water her again. Yeah, there's like, you can see like there's some humidity pockets there. Oh my gosh, there's roots coming out of the bottom. Yeah, I mean, there's some Hoyas that don't have the rot, but I'm going to water in place and then set an alarm to dump the water out. If you want to hang out with me and do a little watering, well, you're welcome to stay. If you're done and checking out, enjoy the rest of your day. Always remember you are loved. So I usually have my full watering set up here, but I can't do that right now. For one thing, Lobo is here sleeping, and I don't want to disturb him because he's a delicate flower. Okay. I have brain farts, and there's one happening right now. What is the name of you? What's your name? Like, you're like one of my favorites, and how could I forget you?